Greetings! Welcome back to another edition of the What's New video series for the AtHomeNet Classic Community Website Service. Today I'll be going over the new enhancements released for August 2010. And I have my work cut out for me. We have so many enhancements that we're releasing this month that we're actually splitting it into two different videos. The biggest news for this month is that we're announcing MultiConnect, which is a suite of features designed to enhance your community's overall communications. This month we're releasing two features of MultiConnect, which are AlertCast and Bulletin Blast. AlertCast is an emergency alert system that allows you to quickly and easily from your website or from your mobile website send an alert message out via email, text message, and voice phone calls to all of your residents. And Bulletin Blast is a similar feature that's used for non-emergency messages and integrates with your existing email bulletin feature, and again allows you to supplement that email bulletin with text messages and voice phone calls to your residents. So that suite of features is going to be covered in a separate video. I highly encourage you to watch. It's a very exciting new functionality available, and you can watch that video by going to the AtHomeNet website, going to Resources, Video Library, and within that page you'll find a section of Classic What's New video series. By the time you watch this video, it will be posted here on that page. But as they say on the infomercials, that's not all. So let's go ahead and log into the Nomos site as an administrator, and I'm going to show you in this video all the other great stuff that we're announcing this month. Okay, so if you've been watching these videos, these What's New videos with me over the past couple of months, you're familiar with the concept of up, as we've upped the announcements and the classifieds features in the past couple of months. This month we brought up to the documents feature, and along with that we brought some other great enhancements to documents. So let's go in and take a look at that. I'm going to go to Resources, Documents. And the first thing I want to cover here is something that we've added this month to up in general, and we've retroed it back to the other up features, which is this hover over effect. And we've also, you may notice that the entire element, the entire item is clickable, so you no longer have to go to the More link or to the title link of the item to click on it. You can click anywhere here. And you'll notice that back in Classifieds and in Announcements, as well as here in Documents. Okay, a couple of neat things about Documents we've added this month are the concept of most popular. We've added a tracking mechanism so that every time you or one of your residents clicks to view a document in the Documents feature, it will log that view and it will show it to you over here. So in this case, this particular document hasn't been viewed at all. And in fact none of these have, but if I click on one of these documents, and I'm not going to go ahead and open that up in Word, but at this point it's already registered the view, and if I come back now to this feature, it will have moved that document I just viewed to the top of the list because now it's the most popular document. Obviously it will take a couple of days or weeks for this to kind of flush itself out on your website, but as people start using documents from today going forward, it will start counting those views and moving those items up the list on this initial documents landing page so that the more popular, more viewed documents show up at the top of the list. So that's a new element. And you'll actually be able to see here in just a minute that you as an administrator can see those views in the administration area. Okay, so the next thing I want to show you is another addition we've done to documents, which are thumbnail images, which will allow you to put a neat little, either a preview of the document or an image that's iconic of this document out on this initial page to give it a little bit more visual flair to your page. So I'm going to go to the Pool Rules category, drop that down, switch over to Pool Rules, and go in and edit one of these documents by clicking the edit icon. So we'll edit this PDF here. And you'll notice two new elements here on this screen. One is the thumbnail image, which I'm going to go ahead and go browse out and find a pool picture here. And the second element I'll go ahead and show you while I'm in here is new, is searchable keywords. Right now the site search feature only searches the description of the document itself. But what this allows you to do is put more terms that will show this document up in site search So in this case, since these are pool rules, I could put pool rules, although that's already covered in the document description. I could add any up to 255 characters of additional terms that I might want to have this document show up under if someone searched in the site search feature. So it just gives you a little bit of additional exposure for these documents in site search. But if I save this document now, and we'll go back to Resources, Documents, and now you'll notice that that document, it's the pool rules document, but it's got a nice picture of a pool there just to kind of give people an immediate indication as to what that document's all about. So you can add thumbnail images to any and all documents you want. Maybe you just want to use an icon that indicates what type of document it is, like a PDF icon or a Word icon or an HTML icon, whatever you want to do. But this just lets you give it a little bit more visual flair in the feature. And the final enhancement here beyond just upping this document feature is we'll go to a category, and I'll show you that now you have 3 different sorting options within a category level. You can sort by views, which is again most popular to least popular based on the number of times each document has been viewed, and that's the default view. Or you can sort on date, which is the date the document was added to your website, or sequence. And what sequence is that hand-entered number that lets you put the documents in a very specific order that you want to, and you would do that by going into the edit screen, editing a particular document, and changing its sequence number here. You'll also notice the sequence number is listed on this screen, as well as the views. This is where you can see the number of views as an administrator of all your documents. So we hope you like the new Documents feature that's been upped and enhanced in several different ways, and let us know your feedback on that. The next area of enhancements is related to date formatting, and we've had a good number of requests from some of our overseas friends in Australia and Great Britain to allow them to show dates on the website in a format that is appropriate for their area of the world. And specifically, they wanted to be able to show dates that in the United States would be listed in month, month, day, day, year, 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 year format. In Australia and Great Britain, that shows up standardly as day, day, month, month, year, 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 year. And we've enabled that. So if you want the dates on a number of your features, we've actually activated this in the announcements feature, the message board feature, surveys, and the task manager, because those were the most used features by the clients requesting this. So if you'd like your website to be modified to support those formats, you can just email support and we can make that change for you right away. And once again, we encourage feedback on that feature. If there's other additional elements you'd like those date formats to be changed in, just let us know. This next enhancement is primarily for our site administrators, and it lets you keep your finger on the pulse of what your residents are looking for on your website and what they're wanting to find out there. So it's related to the site search. If your residents come to your site search feature and are looking for particular information on your website, maybe they're looking for rules, so they search on rules and they get some information to come back for them. Well, now you as a community administrator can find out what searches your residents are doing on your website, and you can do that through the admin statistics menu area. And for right now, you can see site searches based on day. So if you go to today and click on the number, you'll see in the page hits, you'll actually see that a site search on rules was performed. And earlier in the day, I did a couple of other ones just to show you what it will do. It'll take the term that they searched on and uppercase it and put it on this report for you. So this gives you a little insight into what your residents are looking for on the website and may give you a better feel of the kind of information you want to add to the website. Maybe people are looking for a lot of things that you don't currently have on your website, so it could give you a good feel for what you need to add. Next, I'm going to jump over to some enhancements we made to the email bulletins feature. So we've made some enhancements in the way in which it sends the messages. So I'm just going to go ahead and go send a luau email bulletin. That's fun looking. Just come down here and send that to all. And you'll notice when I send this email bulletin that first off it's going to do it very quickly. It's going to queue up that email to be sent immediately. You'll get your standard review of the email. One of the other enhancements we've made in email bulletins, in addition to queuing it immediately, is we're doing a better job of scrubbing through the email addresses and looking for bad email addresses and actually not attempting to send to those. What this will do for you is A, it will send the email bulletin quicker when it's not having to deal with the bad email addresses, and B, it will, for you as the person sending the email bulletin, you'll get fewer bounce backs. But in order for you to go clean up that data, what we've done is highlight right on the screen any problems we've found so that you can immediately address those by going to this person's user profile and fixing their email address, which is clearly not a legitimate email address. So we've done a couple of things there, and then we've gone ahead and queued up the email to go out. So hopefully this will let you clean up your resident data a little bit easier and cut down on the number of bounce backs that you're getting when you send out email bulletins. The next area I want to cover is for our TOPS clients that are using TOPS website integration. And I'm going to go ahead and log into this website. This is a TOPS demo site. And the enhancements we've made here this month relate to the AP invoices. Last month, I believe, we added the ability for you to add an image of the invoice to an invoice that you're adding from the website. This month we've enhanced that by allowing you to go back and edit invoices that are actually added in TOPS and add an invoice image to those invoices. So I'm just going to log in here to my AP invoice system as someone who can enter or edit invoices, and I'll go to the pending invoices. And we're going to pick an invoice that came directly from TOPS software. So these with the T in front of them means that they were entered into TOPS and then flowed down to the website. So I'm going to click on one of those. Actually, I'll click on one that hasn't been approved already. I'll click on this one. And you'll see I get the edit information above click like you've always gotten. But now what it will let you do is go out and browse and attach a PDF or an image of that invoice, so that people reviewing the invoice will be able to actually look at an actual image of that invoice when they're reviewing it. We've had a good number of requests for this from our TOPS clients, so hopefully this helps you out. And then finally I'm going to jump back to our AtHomeNet demo site, and we'll go to email bulletins. And I always like to finish off the month by showing you some of the neat new email bulletin templates. They went crazy this month and added 23 new email bulletin templates. I'm not going to pretend to go through them all, but you'll see them on your initial landing page because it comes up by default in newest email bulletin template order. So there's just lots of great ones out there. There's probably 2 or 3 pages of them. And in addition to that, we also added some new module templates. So if you're in your modules area, make sure you take a look at that and see what some of the new templates are that we added in there. Great looking stuff. That's it for this month. I want to thank you for your time, and I also encourage you to spend a couple more minutes going over and watching that MultiConnect video that I talked about at the beginning. That is a great suite of new features that I think you're really going to like. As always, I encourage your feedback or any ideas you might have. Get those to support@athomenet.com, and we look forward to talking with you again next month when we go over the next edition of AtHomeNet Classic What's New video series. Thank you.